Shifting the focus on Captain America, coming right up. Mr. Clicksflix is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for your gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Alright guys, so today we're taking a look at Captain America shifting focus from the brand new Marvel Heroclix Secret Wars Battleworld set. This video was actually really requested a lot. I was really surprised. I believe it was my unboxing video for this set. Check out the YouTube card now for that unboxing if you want to see what I got. And as I was pulling them, I mentioned that he was actually a pretty good figure and that if people wanted to see a video on it, to put that in the comments. And it got a lot more comments than I thought it was going to, so here is that video. So we're going to take a look at each figure individually, discuss them each on their own merits, then discuss them as a unit for shifting focus, and then talk about what kind of team we might want to put this guy on. So let's go ahead and get that started. Alright, so up first we have Captain America number 001 from Secret Wars Battleworld. He has the Avengers keyword. He has improved movement, ignores hindering. He has a trait, shifting focus, man out of time. Free, if Captain America began your turn on the map, replace him with another character with this trait on the same click number. So that's pretty decent. That's, pretty much every shifting focus character. That's what the phrasing is for that specific character. So nothing too exciting there. Then his other trait is Vibranium Shield, free. Choose one, running shot or close combat expert. Captain America can use the chosen power until your next turn. So that's really cool there. That means he effectively has full dial running shot or full dial close combat expert, both of which are phenomenal. When we take a look at his dial, he has the Avengers team ability, has a 6 range, single target, starts off with a 9 movement with charge, 12 attack, 18 defense with combat reflexes and indomitability, and 3 damage. This figure's 75 points. All of the shifting focus caps are 75 points. That's one of the traits of being a shifting focus figure. So really, this Captain America is your bruiser. This is your attacker out of the 3. This is the one that you shift to when you want to make an attack on somebody. That 12 attack's really helpful. You have the option to attack up close or range, because you have running shot. Basically, you have running shot and charge, and if you're already up there, you have close combat expert, so that's phenomenal there. The Avengers team ability makes it so that he has a 10 movement. Effectively, he gets +1 to movement. So when you cut it in half, his movement for charge, that takes him down to a 4.5, which is 5, and then he gets +1 movement, which is a 6. So that's really good there. Six movement charge is nothing to sneeze at. Same thing, 6 movement running shot's nothing to sneeze at, and you figure you tack on that 6 range to it, which gives him a 12 square swing all by himself. Overall, this is a pretty good cap. This is the cap where if you're like, well, I only want to play one of these caps, I can't imagine why you'd want to play one and not just sideboard the other ones. But if you were like, I only want to play one, this is the cap where I'd just play him all by himself. Alright, next up we have number 017 Captain America, also from Secret Wars Battleworld. He has the shield and spy keywords. He has 2 traits. First one is that shifting focus, man out of time trait. All of these are going to have that same trait, so we're only going to cover that on that first one. His other trait is expandable hard light shield, energy shield deflection, free. Choose one to last until your next turn. Adjacent friendly characters modify defense +1 when targeted by a ranged attack, or choose a side of the square Captain America occupies. As long as Captain America occupies that square, opposing lines of fire drawn through that side of the square are blocked. So this is really familiar. This sounds a lot like the Joker's Wild Green Lantern, which is a good thing. And the ability to give all your friendlies that are adjacent to him +1 defense at range is good. The ability to block line of fire is, sometimes even better, but I've never seen a time where that was a bad thing to have. On his dial, he has the shield team ability. This one has a 0 range, 9 movement with sidestep, 10 attack, 18 defense with toughness and indomitability, 3 damage with shape change. This is your defensive Captain America. So on off turns where he's double tokened, or you're trying to get up into position to attack your opponent, this is the Captain America you want. That energy shield deflection gives him an effective 20 defense at range, and then you figure you can at that point perplex up your friendlies, do all kinds of shenanigans with that, plus give them a +1 defense. Very easy to get an entire team, if you're carrying him in a squad, get them all up to a 19 or a 20 defense pretty easily with him. And he has that shape change to also make it so that your opponent, might not be able to get him. But this is your defensive Captain America for your off turns. All right, and here we have the number 033 Captain America, the rare from Secret Wars Battleworld. He has the Howling Commandos, Invaders, Past, and Soldier keywords. He has 2 traits and a special on his damage. The first trait is Shifting Focus, Man Out of Time, which we already covered. His second trait is Triangle Shield, Leadership. When Captain America uses it, you may give him an action token. If you do, increase the result by +2. So he has full dial leadership, which is huge. Now, there has been some debate over this trait I've seen online, and I tried to check the WizKids Info Network. Nobody's asked the question yet. I have asked. I haven't heard back yet, so I'm just going to tell you guys now my interpretation of this. Because some people believe that you have to assign the action token before you even use leadership, and I don't believe that's correct. From referencing the rule book and checking, how leadership itself is worded, I'm going to say that looking at this power, it says leadership. When Captain America uses it, you may give him an action token. If you do, increase the result +2. So you have to be using leadership already to even bother assigning him an action token. It's not, I'm going to assign him an action token, then use leadership. Otherwise, the power would say, give Captain America an action token when he uses leadership, increase the result +2. The way it's worded now, you already have to be using leadership. So once you're already in the I'm using leadership point of your turn, and you're the active player, you decide what resolves when. So your choices are roll the d6 and figure out if you get a 5 or 6 to succeed, or assign the action token. My suggestion would be, on the smart play, the order you would resolve in would be roll your d6, see what you get. If you get a 3 or a 4, assign him the action token, and then you succeeded on your leadership roll. If you already got a 5 or 6, no need to assign him the action token, and it says you may, so you don't have to assign it to him. And if you roll a 1 or a 2, still don't assign him the action token, because that won't make it so that he succeeds. So that's my take on that. Once I get a reply back on this ruling, it will be in the comments of this video, whether it's good or bad, versus what I said. But it will be in the comments, because that is a pretty confusing way to have that power worded, and I'm just hoping to clear that up for some people. The special on his damage is a symbol of liberty and freedom for 75 years. When Captain America uses leadership and succeeds, choose a combat value except damage. Friendly characters within 5 squares that share a keyword with Captain America or any Battleworld Captain America on your sideline, modify that combat value +1 until your next turn. So that's something that's really important, is that any of the keywords that any of these Captain Americas have is on the table for him to be successful with increasing these stat values. So Howling Commander, Invader, Past, Soldier, Avengers, Shield, and Spy are all on the table. He can increase his stat by +1 for all of them if he succeeds his D6 roll. So that's huge there. Let's flip this over and take a look at the dial. Again, he's 75 points, has a 5 range single target, starts off with an 8 movement with sidestep, 10 attack, 18 defense with energy shield deflection, indomitability, 3 damage with that special. And he has that special the entire dial. This is a very supporty cap. I love the bejesus out of this cap. He's just really good. Past and Soldier are actually really strong keywords. So to just run this guy mostly with the 001 Captain America would be an idea too. But again, the defensive one's worth running because basically you're getting him for free. But this is your support Captain America. He has your leadership roles. You have the option to increase your leadership roles if you really need them. And then if you do succeed, then he's handing out +1 stats. So let's go ahead and take a look at all these guys together. We're going to discuss the strategy of running. All right, so how do all three of these guys work together? What is the best practice? Okay, so this is my suggestion. You figure out what theme team you're running, if you're running a theme team at all. That is the Captain America you start off with first. So if you're running Avengers, you start off with 001. If you're running Shield or Spy, you start off with 17. If you're running Howling Commandos, Invaders, Pastor, Soldier, you start off with number 33. That way you can start with a theme team. Okay, the shifting focus is a free action. So even if you're starting off with a cap that you don't necessarily like, you can just free action shifting focus to the one of your choosing at the beginning of the game. But it's important to preserve that theme team if you can. So this is how I would start if possible. I'd start with number 33, Captain America, roll for leadership, and hopefully you succeed, at which point you're able to give everybody their +1 stats for whatever the stat is you select that's other than damage, and then shifting focus into number 17, Cap. Then you carry your number 17 cap with whoever your transporter is. You move your unit around as a team, giving them +1 defense. So you're giving them, hopefully, if you were smart and you got your +1 stats, you assign it to defense. Then you have number 17 Captain America to give them another +1 to their defense. So they're really a +2 to their defense, which is really good. Then at the beginning of your next turn, there's no real point at shifting into the other Captain America because you have to, at the beginning of your turn, roll for leadership. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose, depending on what's going on, you're either going to assign the +1 stats to all your friendlies for the defense, or you're going to move them around, kind of disperse, whatever it is your strategy is. And then you can shifting focus either to the number 33 Captain America if you think you're going to need your leadership the next turn, or you can stay in the defensive mode Captain America. Then what you're going to do on your third turn is you would take, you would do whatever it is you need to do with the one you start off with. If it's number 33, then you make your leadership roll, try to get your +1 to a stat, and then you shifting focus into your attack Captain America, number 001. And then you decide, are you using running shot? Are you using close combat expert? Are you using charge? Hopefully you have all that stuff figured out before you shifting focus, and you don't just shifting focus and then freeze. But that's it. So this guy covers all the bases. He's a defensive player. He's a meat shield. He's a support figure. So this guy just really, he ticks a lot of boxes. And if you guys watch my Stop Lurch video on how to do a really good Heroclix team, if you didn't catch that video, make sure to check out the YouTube card now. Fabulous video for new players. But he starts off with a ton of things from Lurch. He has leadership. He has charge. He has running shot. He has a perplex style power. So this guy has most of Stop Lurch all by himself. So we're going to go ahead and briefly just take a look at a team that this guy would be good with, and then get out of here. All right, so here we are with our cutesy little 300-point past theme team. We have number 33, Captain America from Secret Wars Battleworld. We have number 29, Rennet Tilly from TMNT Wave 2. Number 38, Iron Man from Secret Wars Battleworld. Sheriff Steve Rogers, number 6 from Secret Wars Battleworld, and number 4 from Secret Wars Battleworld, Crossbones. So the main idea of this team is, you start off with the rare Captain America, number 33. You make his leadership role. You do that accordingly. Hopefully you succeed and you give everybody +1 to their defense. And then you shifting focus to the number 17 Captain America. Sheriff Steve Rogers makes it so that your opponent can't increase their stats or replace them if they be higher for attacking you. So that helps ensure that, hypothetically, all these people have at least a 17 defense. A lot of them have 18, so that means that they're that 20 defense that you just gave them before, energy shield deflection or anything like that is really going to help them out. And then what you're going to do is Rennet Tilly has probability control, and she's able to carry 4 characters if they share a keyword with her. In this case, it's passed, so she's able to carry all 4 of the figures. And then you place her, and then your opponent takes their turn. That puts you still at the 17 Captain America. You're going to still give everybody a +1 defense if possible. Then you have Iron Man that can attack. Sheriff Steve Rogers is a decent attacker. Crossbones is an okay attacker, and he also has enhancement to help out your other ranged guys. Rennet Tilly's not really a slouch on her own, and then that enhancement helps her out. And then, you could also shifting focus back to number 33 Captain America to try to give a +1 to attack for everybody. But like I said, Rennet Tilly has a reroll for probability control that really helps you out. And then if it seems like somebody's getting too close, you have Iron Man to attack that character. And then you can also shifting focus to number 001 Captain America from Secret Wars Battleworld to go ahead and bring the pain with that and sort of break up your little formation. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos. If there's another character from Secret Wars Battleworld that you'd really like me to make a video of, go ahead and put that in the comments below. And that's all I have for you guys today. Please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.